just love me? If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still love me? If I'm in my mind at work.
We just got out of the Demon Slayer movie.
It's also
It's
going on 1:30.
Yeah.
It's a long ass movie. Well,
very long.
It's a long movie.
But it was peak. I'm not gonna lie. I will say, alright, we're not gonna spoil for like the first couple minutes. And then we're gonna give y'all a spoiler alert for everybody who watched it. So this is like the opening day or second day. Movie is very action packed. There's a lot of flashbacks too.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't the biggest fan of the flashbacks.
Yeah, some of the flashbacks ran long, especially towards the end of the movie. It's just like it's so late that I caught myself falling asleep a few times. But it's also been a long day. But it's more suited for like a season, which they'll probably release this movie as a season once it's been in theaters for a while, like they did the Mugen Train movie. So expect that, probably more flashbacks and more stuff in it. But the action scenes were great. There were about 3 big fights.
We
missed the first 10 or so minutes of the movie.
I don't think that would have been a big fight in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. It was probably just some introductory stuff, but there was 3 big fights. No spoilers just yet, but there's a couple deaths. But we'll get into that.
Well, not a couple, just
well, depending on how you look at it. But
one that was very impactful.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a dope movie. Can I say it had the same impact as the Mugen Train one?
Rengoku was one.
Probably not, because Rengoku died but this movie is very good. The animation was on point, even though some of the CGI was kind of wonky at times. I didn't like all the CGI.
I'm not gonna judge it.
But it was a beautiful movie. Ufotable, whenever they do Demon Slayer movies or high budget animations, you already know, chef's kiss. Music was good. Wasn't nothing crazy as far as the soundtrack's concerned. So do you want to get into spoilers now? Do you have any non-spoilery thoughts?
No, I don't know spoilers. You want to get into spoilers right now?
Yeah, it's been about.
I want to make a second.
It'll be about 3 minutes.
After we done settled on it.
I feel like it's okay, because this is not the end of the story. Basically, you still got 2 more movies.
It's on
Yeah, they could skip if they don't want spoilers. So we're gonna give you a heads up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Spoiler warning. 1. So about the first big fight. Duma versus Shinobu, the Insect Hashira. Crazy fight. She went off. But the thing about Shinobu is her style of fighting isn't made for slashing like the other Hashiras.
But they even said in the movie she was a very weak character.
Yeah, hers is more technical. With the poisons, with the stabbings and whatnot. And oh my god, yeah, everybody's exiting the movie probably from Demon Slayer. But yeah, Shinobu's fight versus Domo was very fire. Unfortunately, she was the death early on in the movie. Domo was upper 2, so he got the best of her. And then her apprentice Kanao came in, so hopefully we see what Kanao could do. How are these black people running?
Yeah, why toward the car?
I'm nervous. Anyway, so the first big fight was Shinobu versus Damu. And then it goes into Shinobu's backstory about her sister being the previous Hashira, the Flower Hashira. And it's very impactful. I can't say it was more impactful than Rengoku's.
Nah.
But
it was unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. But dope fight nonetheless. It's probably my second favorite fight in the movie. And then after
it was third for me.
Oh, really? Well, it's the first one.
It was first one in terms of.
Yeah, it felt more like a uphill battle for Shinobu, because you saw how fast he recovered from her poison, but she went off. But I hate how she died too, because it looked like she just died from a big hug. But you got to take into account that he slashed her lungs and
she was already going.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
he ain't do much at the end.
But it looked like he was giving her a big hug and she just died.
For whatever reason, I thought she was gonna go somewhere else.
Bruh. So then we move into the next fight, which was my boy. Hold on. My boy, Zenitsu. Don't mind Naruto. Zenitsu. You got Demon Slayer Crocs. Holla at me. You gonna show your Crocs? You gonna show your Crocs?
This was the real nigga in that movie. That he was a real. I'm sorry. Let me not go. He was the real one. He was a real one.
So, but the second fight was Zenitsu. And if y'all saw last season, y'all saw how serious Zenitsu was. Can I say, by the way, this movie is very dark. Demon Slayer has a wide variety of audiences, like from different ages and whatnot. But this movie is very dark and very gruesome.
Yeah, because the series wasn't that bad.
But this movie,
they basically talked about he committed suicide, his daddy committed suicide, his cousin committed
self-transitioning. You know, you can't say that word.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, can't say that word. Self-transitioning. There's a lot of... So, trigger warning for anybody who's dealing with depression or dealing with any self-transitioning thoughts. Trigger warning, please, before you go see this movie, because it deals with a lot of deep and saddening tones.
Yeah, they didn't hold back.
Yeah, this movie does not hold back. This is not the Demon Slayer movie you bring your 10-year-old brother and sister to. Unless you think they're fully,
depends on who you are.
Unless you're fully aware that they're mature enough to understand the concepts, which a lot of anime watchers do. But heed our warning. But Zenitsu fought against his colleague, the other thunder-breathing tutelage under his master. I forget what his name was off the top of his head, but he became the upper six in place of Rui, the spider demon. And basically it was a battle of the thunder breathers. Zenitsu only knowing thunder breathing first form, and his colleague knowing the other 5 forms of thunder breathing, forms 2 through 6. It was a dope battle. I love Zenitsu. He was super serious.
I don't really care for him like that, but I will give him credit. He was a gangster.
He was gangster.
Creating his own.
He was talking mess, and for him to end the fight the way he did, you know, Zenitsu only has one. He was a one-trick pony, but he created, just like the Rengoku family, he created his own breathing technique, which was super dope, and that's what he used to finish off battle. Super dope. 10 out of 10 fight for me. I will say, even though it was kind of a shorter fight, so I will have to place that as my third favorite fight of the movie, even though I love Zenitsu with all my heart, and that was dope. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's very like in between fights. Like, it was kind of just like a transitioning fight between Shinobu and the upper two, and then the last fight, which was Tanjiro Komata and Giya Tomioka versus Asuka, the upper 3. That was a fight. What do you think?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm mentally trying to process this.
But yeah, this fight was crazy. Um, I felt damn near like I was watching Dragon Ball Z for a second, because Asuka came with straight hands, feet, and fists, and he was demolishing stuff. And Tanjiro, surprisingly, all that training that he's been doing is actually paid off. Even Yi was like, "Yo, he's on the level of a Hashira," which I'm like, "Yeah." Like some of the stuff I've seen, like he was evading some of Asuka's attacks. I'm like, okay, but he was spamming that Hino Kamikagura. Like I wish he would have did more water breathing with the Hino Kamikagura, because you see that as he's using that sun breathing technique, is exhausting him. He's being worn out, which I forget what fight that was he had in the actual season where he realized that, and then he started using water breathing to kind of.
Probably the one with Dawgggg.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
So he needed to balance that more. He just straight up used Hina Kamikagura, and it kind of backfired on him towards the end. But he did some new things in this fight. And Asuka was pretty like yeah, I got to take him out. It was a super dope fight. Asuka did have a long backstory, but
unnecessarily long. I respect his backstory.
Yeah,
it was a dope backstory.
Very respectable, because like it's very heartbreaking, and very dark, like I said. But you saw that he was a gangster even before he turned into a demon. But yeah, like Tanjiro and Giyu came out with the win. Technically, because Asuka technically took himself out. But yeah, so we gotta wait a year for the next movie. So we still got to see have to see Gyumi, Muchiro, Obanai, Mitsuri. Well, the Hashiras are still alive. Oh, Sanami, Gin, his brother, they're probably gonna do something. We gotta see them in action. So there's still 3 upper moons left. Upper 1, upper 2, 4, upper 4, and that's it, right?
The upper 5 down.
That's the brother and sister.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Muzan, which Muzan's in this weird catacomb thing, metamorphosis thing. So I don't know if he about to transform, but
that nigga transformed into a pimple.
And the crazy thing is, oh boy, the Ubashiki guy, the prince of the Hashiras, he had a son all along. Like, where did this son come from?
Oh yeah. First of all, I'm like, dog.
We thought he blew up his whole family.
And then all of a sudden the daughter's in the background. I'm like, what the fuck? So apparently he had a whole nother set of kids. So I'm trying to figure out, that was like, well, they my sister and my dad and my parents sacrificed themselves for the. I'm like, them little girls ain't have to die.
Mind you, this kid is super smart and very, like, he's leading the charge of, like, the Demon Slayer Corps, getting them the help they need in the Infinity Castle. Like, he's doing his thing, but it's like, where did you come from?
I'm just saying, if he had 3 other kids, why did the oldest 2 have to die? Like, they was literally just outside playing ball and then boom, for no reason.
Yeah, he was playing 5D level chess. Like, he was, like, from luring Muzan into his crib and blowing him and his whole family up with Muzan, and having the demon lady sabotage him while the Hashiras come in, and then having another set of kids somewhere off that Muzan didn't know about that was going to plan on carry on his bloodline and finish off Muzan, just in case that plan didn't work.
Maybe that's why they did it, so nobody knew that maybe nobody wouldn't have known the fact that he had other kids.
Yeah, that he had other kids, because his son is very smart and very ready to lead in the position that he's in, but it's just like, where's this kid? Like, we ain't getting no backstory regarding this. It's just like, here. Kid. Yeah, and so, yeah, and Rengoku's dad and Tengen are guarding them. So maybe we'll get to see them back in action. Well, we haven't seen Rengoku's dad in action, but he used to be
he gotta be that dude,
he
though.
used to be the old flame Hashira before he became a drunk. And then we know what
He had
Tengen
to put
can
his
do.
business out there like that.
And we know what Tengen can do. You know what I'm saying?
Tengen got one arm, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Tengen only got one
You know
arm
what I'm saying?
right now.
Protector of the Ubashiki clan.
But one arm.
So if you had to give this movie a rating out of 10, what would you give it?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be real. Watching anime cause this was my first time ever going to the movie theater and seeing like a cartoon, anime, any type. So the experience, because I've never done it off rip, was kind of weird.
Weird in a good way, weird in a bad way.
I don't know, just like weird, like uncomfortable. Like I'm not you. I'm just at the movie theater watching a cartoon. I've just never had that experience before.
She watched Mugen Train on Crunchyroll. So this is our first time seeing an anime movie in theaters, which is relatively new because I haven't really seen too many anime movies in theaters. But this movie was dope. You're surrounded by Demon Slayer people. You see people in their Demon Slayer some people were in cosplay. Some people just were wearing shirts and merchandise.
Yeah, I got my
Tanjiro.
little Tanjiro shirt. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there you go.
But what do you give it out of 10?
Probably like an 8, 7. Yeah, I'm leaning between that 7 and 8.
I give it an 8.5, maybe a 9. I feel like the flashbacks
It was a little bit too much.
Was a bit much, but and the CG was a little bit weird, wonky at some point. But like I said, Demon Slayer and Ufotable, they're always gonna go ham with like their stuff. So I really can't complain too much because even though the flashbacks drew for a while, like it's some deep stuff in there.
That movie was almost 3 hours long.
Yeah, it was
At
very
the
long.
point, at some point, I was checking my watch like, dang, this thing's so long.
Our showtime was 10:20, so maybe give it like 10-15 minutes for previews.
We should have done this during the day.
Yeah, we were supposed to do it tomorrow, but it just made
Life
sense.
happens.
It just made sense to do it today. But if I had to rate it out of 10, I'll probably give it an 8.5, 9. If I had to rate Mugen Train, I'd probably give Mugen Train an 8. So I think ideally this movie is better, but maybe didn't have the impact that, you know what I'm saying, that first Demon Slayer movie did. So
plus outside of that, I don't know, I guess especially opening night, you gotta hope that the people that you're in the theater with are like chill people. All due respect to the man that was in there, but his phone kept ringing. To the people, dog. I'm like, dog. I'm like, if the phone is ringing, why are you passing the phone around? Just turn the phone off.
Literally.
And he does that twice, or step out. He does that twice.
It happened like more than twice.
And then after a while, his phone is just going off back to back to back.
The crowd was going
crazy. Like, dog, turn the phone off. Turn the phone off. Cause you just sitting here with the phone ringing and you're not making an effort to turn the phone off. Like people aren't watching the movie.
Yeah.
And then you got the loud seats because we came in late. You get the little squeaky recliner seats.
Yeah.
So he he was more upfront with his. I was trying to sneak and do it when it was loud and nobody was going to hear that loud ass.
It sounded like a fart. It sounded like a big gassy fart. But overall movie experience was cool. It was like I said, it's
the movie was good, but the
experience is alright, man. Like, but let me know if y'all are planning to check out the Demon Slayer movie, or are you gonna wait until it comes out as like episodes. Like I said,
hopefully they don't do an episode because it'll probably
they did Mugen Train just like this,
and
plus
I saw that as a whole movie.
But they released it like as like part of a season. So like season 2 started off with that movie, and then you get into like later episodes.
Oh, but it still comes out at an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But yeah, next movie won't be coming out for another year, so hang tight for the next reaction, and tell us if you enjoyed the movie, if you went to go see it, and tell us if you want more movie reviews from us. Anyways, it's late. We're about to go home and sign out.
Luckily, he's driving because I'm about to take the longest nap ever on this.
He's gonna take a nap regardless of the movie.
I was actually gonna
out.
try to stay up with you. But we decided to do the video right now, and to be honest with you, I've been trying not to doze off.
But all right, y'all, it's Pop 313, and we will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Bye.